Hello friends, welcome to this session. I'm Jamil, serverless developer at Serverless Guru and AWS Community Builder. In this session, I'm going to demonstrate how to implement and deploy AWS Serverless API using AWS CDK. I will use TypeScript with the AWS CDK to writing infrastructure as a code for implementing the serverless API by using API gateway, AWS Lambda, and DynamoDB. So let's get started. There are some prerequisites for implementing this demonstration. You make sure you have installed Node.js, AWS CLI, and AWS CDK from their official website as a prerequisite of this. So I already created one folder, say CDK demo, and I'm starting. I'm saying like already installed the prerequisite in my system. So I have a Node.js already installed 14.17. Also CDK also installed in my system. So I'm using CDK version 2.21. In terms of AWS CLI, I'm using this AWS CLI version. So make sure you have these three prerequisites installed in your system, and along with that also make sure you read that AWS configure. So whenever you do AWS configure, it will, before that you need to go to your AWS console and you need to create a one IAM user with the admin permission or some limited permission for the resources you are creating, and that you need to give like those that users need to give programmatic access, and you need to use that access key and secret key when asked during AWS configure. Okay, so you need to do set that those access key, secret key and region and all those things. So once you have this prerequisite ready, you need to start with the initializing the CDK project. Okay, so this is the command to install CDK as well. So you can install if you already not installed that, and I already have installed as I saw the prerequisite with me. So let me initialize the project in the CDK. So first step is this is a blank directory CDK demo. So I'm initializing the CDK project with the language type TypeScript. Okay. So in this demo, what we will do is we will create two APIs, get all to dos and put to do. Okay, so what we will do is we will get a list as well as add the to do and get the to do. Two API we will create as a demonstration perspective. So we will create some resources like DynamoDB, Lambda, API gateway with the CDK so we will write infrastructure as a code using TypeScript. So CDK init language TypeScript we are using. So here you can see like it is downloading the bunch of packages dependency when we doing CDK init language TypeScript. So it will create the complete project structure initialization. So here we can see like a bunch of files already downloaded and created. So this is add in the progress, but if we see the structure, there are different files here. This lib file is very important. So let me quickly show the structure meanwhile this downloading is happening. This lib file CDK demo stack.ts, that is very important. So here we need to write our code, like the code that define your stack goes here. So whatever resources we will create, DynamoDB, Lambda, and API gateway, all those resources stack code we will write here. Stack is nothing but a logical group of resources. So we will create here resources relevant to stack. In this bin we have this file like CDK demo ts. So here we are able to here you can see like stack is defined. Here we are able to define multiple stack if we want. This file will be for defining resources and grouping of that particular resources within a stack. This folder having the test cases, like we are able to create some test cases as a part of this structure. So we are able to run those test cases. Apart from that, we have this git ignore file and some routine files like packet.json. That is just a so we initialize the TypeScript type project. So you can see like there are relevant dependency like type jest and type nodes, this jest and ds this AWS CDK and all those relevant TypeScript and ds node. So these are the dependent dependency are already auto added as we did the TypeScript type project initialization. So it's generally it is adding the, so it is just done now. You can see like we did CDK init language TypeScript. So our project initialization is done. It is just telling to set some git configuration, but for now we are ignoring that. So now you can see our project is already set up. Like we have this all directory structure set, and whatever code we need to write, that is we need to write in lib this cdk demo stack.ts file. So over here we will write our infrastructure. So what we are going to implement is we are going to implement two APIs. One to do, get to do, and add to do. I mean put to do and get to do items. So the one will fetch the list and one will add the items. Okay, so two APIs we will do, and that will add items in the DynamoDB. So we will have a API gateway with two APIs, and we will have a two Lambda function and one DynamoDB table to do tables. Okay, so let's first build this project once. This is a just new version, so I think let us build just to cross check we are building this project, because sometimes it's in some version we are getting some problem. So I'm showing how you can solve that. npm run build. So I'm doing a fresh copy. This is a fresh copy of initialization package, initialize the project package. So I'm doing npm run build without any changes, but it is giving some errors, right? This is, you can see like it is giving some errors here. That is relevant to some TypeScript relevant error. So I mean prettier relevant error. So let me update this packet.json to fix that error. So I have this reference here. So I'm adding this specific version in dev dependency. So in dev dependency, I'm installing this new version. So for type prettier, I am giving this specific version to fix that problem. So this problem will not come for when we are going to build the files. Okay, so this npm run build, that is nothing but like it will do the building of that project like that. Whatever TypeScript file that will be compiled into the JavaScript, okay, by using the tsc command with the npm build. Okay, so here we have, you can see like we have this ts file, but when we running this npm run build, it will create this build files like js files. Okay, same way in the bin folder. So let me again try to install npm. So it will install that updated prettier version with the TypeScript, with the types. So let us try to build now again. So it should not give any error now after the fix we did. So yeah, now we did not getting any error. So we have this npm run build successfully on default initialize TypeScript type project. CDK we did just CDK initialize language type TypeScript, and we have a build version. Our build is running, like npm run build is running after doing this package.json fix. Okay, for this prettier version. So now next step I am doing is I'm start writing this stack. Okay, so we will create one DynamoDB table, two Lambda function, and one API gateway endpoints. Okay, so let me clean up this for now. Okay, so let me have this reference ready. So let me taking this code here one by one, step by step, and I'm explaining that as well. So here we are starting. First point here, we are what we are doing is we are creating here DynamoDB table with this. So for that we need this table reference. So that we are getting from we are using this library AWS CDK lib at AWS DynamoDB. Okay, this dependency will help us to write the DynamoDB table in the as a infrastructure as a code in the this TypeScript format. So AWS CDK lib, AWS DynamoDB table, this library give us this reference. So this table, this particular function will help us to create the DynamoDB table with name to do, and here we are passing that name string type a partition key as a name, and here you can see the DynamoDB table we are creating that to do table. So that will create one table. This syntax will create one DynamoDB table. So by using this AWS DynamoDB library. Okay. So next step after creating table, we will create one Lambda function. Okay. So if we see here this function, this code will create one Lambda function, but for using this function, we need to include this Lambda library. Okay, so that is a construct. We need to import this AWS CDK lib AWS Lambda construct. So that will give us this function runtime and code relevant things. So this function will take the scope of this particular things, and also we need to give the Lambda name like get all to do Lambda handler. And here we are using runtime 12.x. We can use any 14.x also, and we are using this code object to define the function like from which particular folder we will read that Lambda handler code. Okay, so here we given here get all to do's handler. So this will be a file within a function folder, and this will be a handler function. In here we are passing that table name of the DynamoDB. So to do table object will return, and that object table name property we are setting in the environment variable of this Lambda function. So we will use that environment variable to access the table. So this is one Lambda function we are creating, and once we creating Lambda function, we are giving that Lambda function a permission. So in this particular line, here we are so this to do table is a DynamoDB table, and we are granting read write permission on this particular table to this Lambda function. Okay, so this get all to do Lambda function, this Lambda function will return a list of to do items. Okay, so this is done, and after that we will have another thing is we are creating another Lambda function here. So before doing that, let me create this function. So here we are adding functions. Okay, so here we are adding functions, and we are giving the file name get all to do's. So within a function we are creating one new file, JS file, get all to do's. Okay, so in get all to do's we are I have a reference code ready so that we can finish the demo quickly. I will explain this thoroughly. So here I have this get all to do's .js code is ready. So I just using that, just quickly demonstrating the demo. Here in get all to do's, you can see like in code from set, we are setting the path of that particular folder from where we from that folder we will find the Lambda handler. Okay, so get all to dos, that is the file name, get all to dos.js, and get all to dos handler, that is the function name. So you can see here this is the function name. Okay, so and this environment variable which we are passing to do table name, that we are using here process environment. This way we are getting the environment variable in the Lambda handler, process environment to do table names. Okay, so this table name we are using like when we are doing DynamoDB operations. So in this handler function we are importing AWS SDK DynamoDB client, and we are getting the document client object for that, and in this particular handler we are just cross checking, like if they are calling get method, otherwise we are giving some error, and also doing some console log for a CloudWatch log perspective to debug if any problem. And here we are doing actual operation of reading the data from DynamoDB, like we are doing DynamoDB operation to fetch the data by scan for now, like as we have a demo perspective limited data, and we are passing here table name. So this function will fetch the data from DynamoDB table, and whatever items we are getting, those we are stringifying, JSON.stringifying and returning those items with status code 200 in the body. Okay, so this response we are returning status code 200 and body JSON.stringify whatever item we are getting from DynamoDB through this function. Okay, so that we are using this library AWS SDK client DynamoDB at document client for reading those data. And here we are doing some console log just for a reference purpose. So if anything problem, we are able to see those logs in the CloudWatch. Okay, so this handler function will do get all to dos, and this function we already given this permission to do the DynamoDB operation and infrastructure as a code. So after that things is ready, we are creating one API gateway. Okay, so here we are create the API gateway method and path. So we are giving to do API name and REST API. So for REST API, whenever we using this REST API, we need to import those relevant reference, like we have this library. So this library we need to import construct, we can say like CDK construct, AWS CDK lib AWS API gateway. So that will give us this object to use, like REST API and Lambda integration. So here REST API we are using the particular scope and API gateway name, and we just creating the object of REST API. And after that we need to define the resources and particular method to do the operation on specific function. Okay, so here we are using this API object, REST API object, and we are doing like resource for path. We are setting to do resources, and a method we are adding get method, and Lambda integration or like Lambda integration methods we are using here to pass a particular Lambda function, like get all to do Lambda function we already created, right? So this whenever someone call to do slash get with the get method, that will API gateway will call this Lambda function get all to do Lambda, that we are doing integration with this particular. So this get, when we do get to do call slash to do call, it will API gateway endpoint will call get all to do's Lambda function. Okay, so similar way let us this. So here we just created DynamoDB table. We created one get all to do Lambda function. We given a full permission to do read write operation of operation. For now we given a read write operation permission to this Lambda function on table, and we created API gateway REST API resource like to do, and then we added a get method, and we integrated a proxy integrated a REST API with this Lambda function. Okay, so another we are creating another Lambda. So we are creating new Lambda 2. So let us paste it here. Let me write it here. So after first lambda, I am creating another lambda. So lambda function 2. So this lambda function is put to do lambda handler. So same way using runtime this, and we are using that same folder path function, and we will use put to do handler file for this and put to do handler function for this. Okay, and we are passing this table in the table name, DynamoDB table name in environment variable. So now we have this put to do ready here. Now let me just give a permission to that particular put to do lambda as well to do the DynamoDB operation. So now this put to do lambda, we are giving this DynamoDB table, we are giving a read write operation permission to this particular lambda function. And now we have this another lambda ready, and let us add one more API gateway path for a add operation. Okay, so here I am adding another API gateway path. So this will this particular line will do like on this to do resource, it will add one more method, post method. So that will give a this endpoint to do with the post call will and API gateway call will call this put to do lambda function. Okay, so that lambda function will have a logic relevant to writing the items into the DynamoDB table, and at the end we are returning the response. Whenever we do CDK deploy, we are returning some function response in the console. So what we are returning is API URL. Okay, so whatever endpoint API gateway endpoint that we are returning in the output. So for that we need to import those things in the AWS from the CDK library, those functions. So that we are importing. So we have this construct imported, tables, and all these three things dependency are imported, and we have this API URL also returned. Okay, so now we have everything ready. Like we have a DynamoDB table ready, we have a lambda 1 ready with the DynamoDB permission, we have a lambda 2 ready with the DynamoDB permission, and we have a 2 API ready, like to do with the get call and to do with the post call. Post will add the to do item, and get call will return the to do item which is added by post call. Okay, and this is just returning the API gateway URL in the console when we are doing CDK deploy, this line. Okay, so this way we have this infrastructure already written in the TypeScript for the AWS CDK. Another thing is for second lambda we need to add those put to do logic. So here we need to create put to do file in the function folder. Okay, so that we are creating now. So we are creating put to do JS file, and for reference quick demo perspective, I have this put to do JS file ready. So I am using this code here. So I just use that put to do logic. So if we see again back to the stack in the CDK demo stack within a lib folder. So here we have created this put to do lambda handler. So this put to do is that the file name, and put to do handler, that is just a function name. Okay, so that is the function name, and here we are passing environment variable to do table name, DynamoDB table name that we are getting here, process environment to do table name. Okay, and then this table name we are using for doing operation for with the DynamoDB for adding item. For doing a DynamoDB add item operation, we are importing this library AWS SDK client DynamoDB, and we are creating object of a document line. And we are doing here, you can see like if the also we are cross checking, like if event is passing post method, otherwise we are returning some error in the handler function. and doing some CloudWatch logs, logging some information. And also we are doing JSON parts from the body, like ID and name is passed, then those ID and name we are passing as an item in the DynamoDB table. So here we are using this document client put method, and in that we are passing table name, so to do table name, which is we get from environment variable, and we are passing item ID and name. So as soon as this line will do async await call with the document like DynamoDB document client, and this put will add the item whatever ID and name we have given in this to do table, and at the end we are returning the response in the JSON format. Okay, and we are also doing some CloudWatch logs in the for just information perspective. Okay, so this is just a put to do .js function that is doing add item in the DynamoDB, and we have this already we write on this get all to do's, that is just fetching the item from the DynamoDB table and returning in the response. Okay, so we have these two Lambda function ready, get all to do's and put to do's, and also we have this stack written here like DynamoDB creation, Lambda function 1 and 2 for add and list. Also grant the DynamoDB permission. We have API gateway resources ready like to do resource with the get and post method, and Lambda integrated with that, and we are returning API gateway URL in the function response output. Okay, when we are doing CDK deploy. So let us we have, I think, our code ready. So let us build that code and deploy this code. Okay, so let me open the terminal. So I am in this CDK demo folder. So if you can see, like we already have a CDK installed, we have initialized the project, and we have written everything code which we need. So if I go to my console in the cloud formation stack, right now I have just two stack. So it will now new CDK demo stack will be created as soon as I will deploy. Okay. So here we have this requisite, like we need to first build the project, because we have project in TypeScript. So this package.json will have this build, so that will do TypeScript TSC command to build the TypeScript into the JavaScript. Okay, so these are the some dependency also added as a part of initializing project with JavaScript. So now let me npm run build. So it will build our project from TypeScript to JavaScript. Okay, so it is done. That build step is done. So we have these files is created in the lib as well as in bin folder. Okay, so now let me do the CDK synth. So synthesizing will create the template. So you can see like cdk.out folder is created. So that will create the cloud formation template based on based on our infrastructure as a code and all those things we written. Okay, so those CDK synth and also do the transpile of the TypeScript building. Okay, so now we're done with that. If you are writing CDK deployment, if you are doing CDK deployment first time, you need to do this step like CDK bootstrap, then your account number of the AWS account number and region, like if you have any specific region like AP South 1 or any US region or whatever, then you need to do this command like CDK bootstrap, then AWS : your account number and region. Okay, I already deployed CDK before, so this command I already done. As soon as you do this command in your cloud formation, this CDK toolkit stack will be created. Okay, and that CDK toolkit stack will create some resources like buckets and some policy and some IAM user that will required for a CDK deployment perspective. Okay, so I have already done that step, so I am skipping that step. I am doing CDK deploy now. So as soon as I am doing CDK deploy, it will deploy this project. It will deploy this serverless application to the AWS cloud, and it will auto create all resources. So you can see, like, as soon as I am doing CDK deploy, it will asking like there will be some permission will going to allocate. So we need to give yes for that. So it will create auto give permission and all IAM relevant permission and all those things. So now you can see like our CDK deployment is in progress, and deployment is started. So now if we go to the console, we can see CDK demo stack is create in progress. So it will create some different resources as per we defined our infrastructure as a code by using this TypeScript file. Okay, so whatever we have defined our stack here, we defined our resources here by using CDK TypeScript. Those all resources will be created as a part of this CDK deployment. Okay, so you can see like it is also showing here some progress. This what are the different resources are created. Those kind of logs you will see in the console itself, as well as you can see here stack creation in progress. So as soon as stack creation will be done, you are able to see like what are the different resources created in the output. So it will take few minutes, and once it finishes, we will able to see all the resources like which we defined in our infrastructure as a code file in this CDK demo stack within a lib CDK demo stack TS file. So in TypeScript file, whatever resources we defined, like we defined one DynamoDB to do table, one Lambda get all to do Lambda function, put to do Lambda handler function. We have also API gateway to do API, and also we have this get and post to do method. Okay, so these all resources should be created as soon as this deployment is done. Okay, so here you can see like our CDK deployment is now done. So we did here CDK deploy, and we given a yes for a IAM permission and security things, and these all resources are get created, and at the end we get output. So here we get API URL. Okay, so that we defined here. So like API URL, so that we will get in the output of this stack, and this is just the URL of our API gateway endpoint. Okay, so we are now let us cross check in the console. So here you can see like CDK demo stack is creation completed, and there are different resources created. Here many different resources created. So if you see at high level, there are metadata that is always created. This metadata when we deploy CDK, that will have deployment relevant information. We have a Lambda function created. You can see like get all to do's. Lambda function created. We have some IAM role and policy relevant to those created. Also we have another Lambda function created, put to do, also relevant policy and those things. We have a DynamoDB table created, like to do DynamoDB table. We have a REST API created. Okay, so also other relevant deployment stage like API gateway stage and all those methods and all those resources created, right? So if we go to the Lambda function, so we should have a two Lambda function. So you can see like we have a get all to do's and put to do Lambda function handler already created here, and also it will associated with the API gateway. So here we have a logic relevant to it, whatever logic I just showed to you, and same way in another like put to do handler function. So that is also created with the logic same which I show you explained you already. And if we see in the API gateway, we have this to do API gateway created. Okay, like as per this code. And here if we see like we have at least to do resource created with two method get and post. So this to do resource get and post method, okay, and we have a production stage created. So if we want to execute this just for a testing purpose, we have Postman is really good tool for test this kind of things. So let me quickly open the Postman to test this APIs. Okay. So let me open this. So this Postman allow us to test any APIs if you want any. So these are the two endpoint we are using. Like Postman also allow us to create a collections API collection and able to execute those easily. So here we have this endpoint and we have two method get to do. So this is just full URL. So I am taking that. Same way for post is same URL, but that is a post method. And so another tab I am using post method. Two tab I am using 1 and 2. This. So let me execute this. Let me execute this get to do first. So right now it is returning blank no any data, means right now no any data in the database. So we see here API gateway, we see Lambda function in DynamoDB. If we see DynamoDB, there will be one table also created as we define in our stack, like to do table. Okay, DynamoDB table. So if we see tables, there should be one DynamoDB table. Okay. Yeah, you can see like there are to do DynamoDB table already created. So let us go to the stack. So we can identify that that's a particular resource. So if I go to the resources and tables, okay, so this is the table already created. Okay, and so right now no any items inside that. Like we see any there are no any items. So let me now run this post method and try to add some items. Okay, so in this post method in body I am using row data type and passing JSON, and let me add some items in this. Okay, okay, so you can see like one item is added. This is a JSON like a name to do item 1 and ID 1. So I added one item. Now if I run this get API get, it will return one item. You can see like it is returning one item to do item 1. Now I am again adding another item. Let's say to do item 2 and I am giving ID 2. I am adding those items by using post call. So now it is added. Again I am calling this get to. So it will return two items now. There was some internet issue. Just a moment. My internet's gone down. Wait for a moment. Should connect. I think so. Yeah, there was some connection issue. Now my connection is back, I think. Okay, so there was some connection issue. So now my connection is back again. So you can see like this, I am adding third item now, and sorry, I'm adding here a third item. So I'm doing post call, and I'm doing here get to do, so it will return us three items. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 items. So this is a get and post to do endpoint we already implemented and deployed to the AWS cloud by using CDK. So you can see like stack is already created, and all resources are also created. DynamoDB, API gateway, lambdas, and two APIs. Now, if for cleaning up resources, we just only need to we already have this stack. So if you want to clear those resources, you can see like DynamoDB also have those items now. So if you want to clear those resources, we need to do this CDK destroy. Okay, so this will automatically destroy all the resources which is created as a part of this stack. So I'm doing this CDK destroy. So as soon as we are done with work, so this CDK destroy will clear the stack, and it will destroy all the resources, so we need not have additional cost or something like that. Okay, so hope as soon as this command will done, it will done with clearing stack. You can see like delete in progress, so it will delete the CDK demo stack, and the CDK toolkit will be remain as it is as a part of bootstrapping CDK. Okay, so hope you will enjoy this session and you thoroughly get idea like how you can write infrastructure as a code by using programming language like TypeScript with CDK. Same way you are able to write infrastructure as a code by using CDK with different language like JavaScript, Python, Java, C#, and TypeScript. So this CDK is a really good tool to write infrastructure as a code for quickly up and deploy resources in AWS cloud. Hope you enjoy this session. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel for a more technical session in the future. Thank you for watching this again.